You need content for an effective campaign. Hey guys, welcome to the Haven Agency blog. We are on blog number 10 right now. We have talked about the customer journey. We've talked about goals. We've talked about communication. We've even talked about what Facebook is doing related to Pixel and tracking and Apple and that whole debacle that's going on. But what you need to know right now is, if you're considering creating a campaign to grow your business, what you need to be thinking about next is what content do you have and what content do you need? So I'm going to dive into that pretty quickly. The first thing to know is your own unique custom content is super important. You can absolutely use stock footage for some things, for B-roll in different videos. You can do stock photo for your website, for some brochures, things like that. But social media and online advertising is meant to be personal. It's meant to be a place where your audience connects with your brand. So having something original for people to see, for people to connect with, whether that's your face, whether that's your team, your office, your own work, if you're an architect or an interior designer, showing your brand's work and personality is crucial. So the next step is, what does that actually look like? What do you need to create that will fill out the entire campaign? I really like to think about content creation in terms of a campaign, because what it actually does is it maximizes the use and the effectiveness of the visuals that you're creating. So first recommendation is find a content producer that you trust, someone who thinks in strategy and in campaign and can give you lots of different pieces of content. So I'm not going to tell you exactly how to structure everything, because the reality is that every campaign is going to be different. Every business is different. The products that you're selling or the services, they're all different. So there's not a guarantee to any of this, which is where, the whole message about testing comes in, because there are ways to find out what the best funnel is for your business. But go to your content producer, whoever that is, whether it's internal, if you have a video or photo team, if it's external, somebody that you trust. What you need is, first of all, a brand video, a campaign-based video. This is where you set the stage for what you're going to be talking about over the next month, quarter, 6 months to a year, however long your campaign lasts. There needs to be a message that lives on your website, that goes out via email, and that has visuals that connect your audience to your brand. This is usually anywhere between 60, 90, 120 seconds. So really trying to keep it down underneath like the 5-minute video, but it can't be a 30-second video. You may be able to get that commercial out of it, which is great. That's actually the second piece of content that you can get out of a strategic production. So first of all, brand video. This is commonly used with a reach type campaign. This is something where you're basically just blasting it out to everyone who might be interested. It's kind of like that initial handshake, like let's learn about each other a little bit. Then you've got to guide somebody through that consideration phase. This is where you're going to use a lot of the smaller clips that you can get out of the videos, out of the main video and out of the production schedule, whether that's a day or many days. These are going to be anywhere between like 8 seconds and 15 seconds, and it basically just repeats your message over and over again. It might be buy the book. It might be download our PDF in some situations. It might be let's start a project. There are lots of different messages, but the point is you want 3 to 5 different versions of these so that you can actually present your audience with different resonating messages, or I guess different ways to resonate the same message throughout that consideration phase. In this time, you'll also need something like 3 to 5 3-to-5 second clips. So I'll say that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of content that last 3 to 5 seconds. These are very small little animations. The movement is important because that is going to get somebody's attention as they're scrolling through their Facebook or Instagram feed. You don't have to use audio on these. Text animation is great, little bits of information that show up. Utilize your caption. This is kind of where we're almost done with that consideration phase, so there should be a very clear call to action, but it's not quite yet the conversion campaign. Finally, you need 2 to 3 little graphics. These are stationary. You could do as many as 20 that all fit into the same creative design and the same campaign, but these are things that you can actually post on your social media. So I'm going to recap that for you. You've got your main video, which goes on website, email, pinned to the top of your Facebook page, all of that good stuff. You can have a commercial if you want something that's 30 seconds that runs on something like the Hulu platform. You can absolutely do that. And then you've got your secondary content, which are your little clips. These are short messages that repeat a consistent message just in different ways to start that consideration phase. Then the rest is consideration and conversion. So that's what you're posting on social media, and it's the clear call to action graphics, text animation that ultimately gets them to take action. So that's all I've got for you. Find somebody who can create you unique custom content, who thinks strategically, who thinks in campaigns, and then gather all of that content up from them so that you can then bring it to an agency like the Haven Agency, who can set it up, run the testing, and actually get you a return on that investment. Thanks so much. Hope you'll have a great day.